Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah, and currently I'm recording this recap video from the cab. Yes, I'm on my way to get my Canadian visa to apply for biometrics there. And because I was commentating late until night yesterday and today morning, there was something else that had to be done. So I thought this might be the best time to record this because I don't know how much time it will take at the visa. So while I'm under time pressure to reach the visa application center, instead of worrying, I thought let me record it. The game which we are going to look at is between Divya Deshmukh. She played against a very strong player, Jaime Santos Latasa from Spain. And this is Divya's first win at the Tata Steel Challengers. She was winning in game number 1, but she did not manage to. She drew, and then she lost game number 2 against Korobov. So let's have a look at this. It was a spectacular performance by her. So she opens the game with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3. It's the Nimzo Indian, e3, castles. By the way, in the background and everywhere you can see the Mumbai traffic right now, which is also very peak time to reach the office for everyone. So there we are. E3 variation, one of my favorites against the Nimzo Indian. Bishop d3, d5, a3 played by Divya. The normal move and the main move here is knight f3, but Divya is going for a sharp fight. She goes a3. Jaime now takes and plays pawn takes. This is a very typical way for black to react, where gives up the bishop pair but breaks in the center and then puts the queen on c7. So after knight e2, actually Divya could also play here knight f3. That is also a possible way to continue, but she goes knight e2. It has its benefits. It does not control the center, the knight on e2, but it clears the f pawn so that later on f4 can be played. So queen c7, bishop went back, knight came to c6, castles, e5 was played. So here striking in the center, this is typical of the way in which black plays in these structures. Knight came to g3 and now rook d8. So black is putting a lot of pressure on this d4 pawn, and white is in many cases okay with giving it up. Like imagine in the game, Divya went knight h5. This is first of all a great move because now the knight on f6 is threatened. You cannot really take here because then you'll get mated after takes, and the queen eventually coming to. So like take here, and queen h5. This is already curtains. White is very powerful here, but after takes, and now goes g6, h6. Even g6 was possible. Let's imagine g6. Then let's say I go queen h4. Then in such cases, as white, I'm very happy to give up a pawn and to open up these dark squares, because like imagine a move like bishop g5. Now suddenly all my pieces are playing very freely. So h6 was played, and as we know, Divya is ready to give up that pawn, because imagine rook b1, and now you try to win material, say ed, and cd. That would be a big mistake because Divya can play, yes, bishop takes h6. Fantastic move, winning the game. So that's the reason why b6 was chosen here. Black is trying to keep things closed, and now Divya played f4. So she's forcing the hand of the opponent. Also here there is another idea where you can take, and now what is the move that white plays? Yes, e4. This is a very nice move because now you can expand on the king side by giving up a pawn, e5, f5, and so on. So e takes f4 played by Jaime here, and Divya took here with the rook, which is also a nice move. Bishop e6 and bishop e4. Maybe not the best move, but okay, her idea is to play d5. So opponent had to play queen d7, and now bishop b2. So she's got the center fine, and she's hoping that she can actually now push her pawn to c4 and also the pawn to d5, c4 d5, opening up the diagonal of the bishop. Bishop c4 played by Jaime, taking away the f1 square from the rook. Maybe rook d1 was the best move here, but instead Divya played the move queen f3. Rook came to c8, and now black is doing fine once again. Bishop e6, and when she took here, she's already in a difficult situation. I mean, I wouldn't say she's worse, but she's lost all her advantage, because here you can see after rook g4, if black had played this move rook d7, I think black is doing very fine. It's equal. The bishop is not so great, but Jaime made a mistake with queen c7, and it's your move now. What do you play as white? So Divya instantly noticed that the queen is overloaded with the defense of g7 pawn, and she pushed c4, opening up the bishop's path. Very nice move. Because now she wants to play d5. Then after pawn takes, the pawn is not even hanging because it's protected by the rook and the bishop. So very good play by Divya, and now she's better. Knight had to go back to b8. She pushes the pawn to d5, very direct play. Knight comes and defends the pawn here on f6, check, king h8, and Divya plonks her rook into the position. Rook went to e8. And now it's time for you to pause this video and figure out what should white do. Divya was in her element. She played such a good move here. She sacked her bishop. In fact, taking with the rook is also the same. It transposes. She sacked here. Knight takes, and now sacked the rook. Rook takes f6, gf6, check, king g8. And it is here that you need to actually think once again, what is the way in which you continue? So check was given. Now you can't play queen g7 check because of rook g6 and you win the queen, and it's a winning endgame because queen and pawns are stronger than the rooks. So king f8, and now what do? This is an important moment which Divya had seen beforehand. Try to pause and figure out the move. Yes, queen h4, excellent move. Threatening rook takes f6 and rook h8 check h7, winning the queen. So here black had to be very careful. The only defensive move, try to pause and think, what is the only defense here for black? Yes, the only defensive move here is rook takes c4. This would have kept the game going. Queen takes c4, white is better, but black can try and hope to defend with queen e7. But instead, Jaime blundered with b5, and Divya once again showed that she is not greedy for material with rook f6. This is also winning, but she played d6. She's going for the mate with rook h8. Queen came to g7, check, king f7, check, king e6, and now this very nice move, take. And finally, what do you play here as white? Yes, not queen e8. It's also winning. It's possible to win here, but instead queen d5, and here Jaime resigned because after king d7, queen b7 check, you lose the queen. So beautiful chess by Divya. Kudos to her. And really, the game was such good quality that I had to record it and put it out for you. So I did this on the streets. Right now it's 8:57 and I have an appointment at 9:15. And if I look at the Google Maps right now, I think I am roughly on my way 20 minutes away. So yes, I might be 5 minutes late, but well, I hope I get my work done. See you all guys. Bye bye.